JJ 3-putt 15? Or?
He did. It's a +1. Scottie Scheffler, can you just talk us through that round out there today, round 4?
Yeah, I felt like I did some good things out there. A few more putts dropped today. I think it's a little different story. The first 3 days I felt like I was battling the whole time, and today I hit the shots. It's just, gosh, I hit some really good putts that I thought were going in, and hit some lips, and it was. I mean, it's just challenging. There's a lot of pitch on the greens, and you got to do a lot right in order to hold putts, and I was just right on the edge today.
Yeah, it looks like you ultimately come up just a shot or two short here, but what can you take away from the week?
I mean, I think my main takeaway is that's why I battle. I think as hard as I did this week, I was very proud of mentally kind of how I was over the course of 4 days. I did a lot of things out there that could really kind of break a week, and I never really got that one good break that kind of propels you. It was like I'd hit it this far off, and seemingly every time I did, I was punished pretty severely for it. Like even today, I make that double early. And then I come back, I birdie 4, I hit what I feel like is a good tee shot on 5, and it's just off the first cut, and I don't have a stance again. And it's just little things like that add up over the course of a week, and that's the second time this week it's happened where I thought a ball was in the fairway, get up there, and I actually don't have a stance. I'm chipping out sideways. I hit. I could go on and on, but hitting a pin with an iron shot where the ball should be a foot from the hole, and all of a sudden I got 20 feet. It's just little stuff like that where the weeks when you win, you need to have good luck, I think, sometimes in order to win tournaments. And this week, the way I was battling, I just wasn't able to give myself enough chances. And I think that's really what it came down to. Like if I had 4 days like I did today, I think it would have been a different story. But I was playing kind of behind the 8 ball most of the week, hitting the ball in the rough. So overall, proud of how I battled, gave myself a chance, but ultimately just didn't have enough.
Stand on 18T, 3 over. You think you got a shot right there?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to try and make birdie or hit it close in there, see if I can hold one. I mean, I'm not limiting myself to anything, but my first job was to get the ball in the fairway, which I didn't do, and then thought to myself, maybe this is the one. Maybe this is the time I'm going to get the lie. And then I got up there, and it was probably the worst lie I had all week. I was just like, dang, this is a tough pill to swallow. But overall, that's why you hit the ball in the fairway, so you don't have to deal with that stuff. And typically I'm pretty good at it. This week I wasn't as good as normal, and I paid the price for it.
Can you comment on the weather? I mean, the stoppage, restarting, any effect on you at all?
Outdoor sport.
Of course, you played through heavy rains, had the break, came back, played through heavy rains. Obviously the fairways were quite wet, the greens.
Yeah, green speeds changed. The fairways were definitely pretty wet. Yeah, I mean, I would say maybe after the rain, I would think it would play a touch easier just based on the greens being a little slower, being a little softer out there. Balls are staying in the fairway, but then again, there's a lot of moisture out there, and if the rain's coming down, that's a big challenge when it comes to playing a golf course like this. So if the rain holds off, maybe a few more birdies, but if it keeps going, it's gonna be pretty tough.
What did you do during the rain delay?
Had some food, sat around a little bit. Pretty uneventful.
Scott, you mind a question about Sam? You played that casual 9 holes Wednesday afternoon, but did you see anything that told you, like, oh, this is going to be a good week for him?
I see something from Sam every week that makes me believe that he's going to have a good week. Sam's a really talented player. He's, one of my best friends in the whole world, and he's got the talent to do it. I'm going to be in front of the TV cheering him on now. I was cheering myself on most of the day, and now the tides have turned, and it's time for me to cheer him on, and hopefully a big finish for him, and we'll see what happens.
Did you guys talk at all, either entering Saturday or today's round, about mindset or what he was facing as a leader?
Yeah, we talked about some stuff this morning. Obviously, it's kind of a weird spot because I wasn't in the lead, but I have a chance in the tournament, and Sam kind of made the comment like, "Hey, man, I know you're trying to win, but you got anything for me?" And we had a good chat this morning. That's not really for me to share with you guys. If he wants to share, that's up to him. But we've had some great experiences over the years. He's beat me in a playoff before, and I've been able to win some tournaments as well. And like I said, now it's time for me to cheer him on and see what he can do.
Thanks for the time, Scottie.
Yeah, thanks, y'all.